Hello, my name's Riley. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do motion capture with After Effects. I'm using I'm using the CC 2015 version of After Effects. However, this may apply for later versions, like the CC 2018 and whatever. So you're dumped when you open After Effects. I keep saying Premiere. After Effects, you get splashed to the screen. Go up to Composition, hit New Composition, and configure your composition settings. I'm going to call this as stuff because I'm unoriginal. Configure it to how you want. I would probably typically have it the same resolution and stuff as your current, as the file you're working with. So the file that I'm working with is of course, 720p at 25 FPS. So I will choose the 720p at 25 FPS. Resolution full. Time code, yeah, 5 seconds. The clip goes for like 6 seconds. Whoops. Yeah, clip goes for like 6 seconds, so that doesn't really matter. You can trip it down, because I left some space at the beginning and the end. Hit OK, and now you're in your composition. So I have the file here. This is what I've finished. I'll probably show this on screen to show what I actually achieve and what I set out to achieve. Yeah, okay. And then that's that file. But we're going to be using this file. So you just drag it in, and it will import it, and then it's over here. So now, drag this down onto your timeline, and then now it's in. You can hit space, and you can preview it. See, it only goes for 5 seconds, so it cuts me off the end. So what you do, what I do is I figure out where I start, and then I drag it in from the end, and then I drag it back, just so I know where I line up. And then, see, as soon as the clip starts, I walk in, and then I do the thing, and then I walk out, and then I usually like to stop it at the end anyway, just trim it off. So now, if you haven't already, change your workspace from, I believe it's all panels it like starts off with. Change that to motion tracking, because that's obviously what we're going to be achieving. And then go track motion. It'll bring up a new tab. Don't get confused by this, I sure did. So bring your playhead, that's what I have to call it, to where you want to start it. So I want to start it here. And then you can use space, and you can click, and then you can pan around. Bring the box, so you can just click anywhere inside this box. Bring the box over to where you want to track. Typically you want something that contrasts really well. So for example, the logo on my jacket, yeah, of course shows really well. So yeah, expand the boxes. This is the search area. This is the wider search area. So when the next frame comes, it will search in this area. And then of course it searches in this area as well. As there's two different types of how it does it. So yeah, so get it as roughly as good as you want to get it, and then hit play, hit analyze. Sorry, that actually did it a lot better than the other time. The other time, it would come and then it would get attached to my hand because it's the same color as, well, it's like the same brightness as the logo. And then it would just get dragged off. But that was actually a pretty good track, especially for its first track. If your track kind of screws up, you can like Control Z it and then go to the point where you want to. I'll do it. Control Z. And then, so for example, if I want to do it just to the hand, I stop before the hand, or do it again. Stop before the hand. I'll do afterwards, but whatever. You get the point. And then you can analyze frame by frame. And then, for example, if this was still up here, and it tracked up here, you can drag it down, and then it will restart the thing there, and then you can hit analyze, and it will analyze the rest of the clip for you. So yeah, that's it. Those are all your track points. And if you're really curious, down here are all the individual keyframes that actually it actually produces for you, so you don't have to keyframe it yourself. And also for the more interested in you, it shows the confidence about how confident After Effects was about tracking the point that you specified. So yeah, that's really cool. So next, so after you've done this, next, right click, go new, and then null object. This is just a plate. I would call it. Is there even a placeholder? No, there's not. This is just a placeholder, so you can attach stuff to. So, like for example, text, other objects, and stuff like that. So once you've created that, it's in the composition here, but you don't need to worry about that for the moment. Make sure your motion source is set on the clip you want to do it. Mine's was meant to be capture, but I don't know, whatever. Hit edit target. Don't know why everything's opening on my other monitor. Make sure that you apply motion to the object you want to do. So in our case, it's null one. You can rename it if you want, by the way. And then you hit apply. Apply dimensions X and Y. Yes, you want to do that. That's just for 3D stuff if you want to do X, Y, and Z. But we're only doing X and Y at the moment. And then now you see the red box around, or like on the corner of the shirt or on the thing. So that's going to track with it. And yeah. So next we're going to get some text. So we're going to hit the text button up here. The horizontal type tool, or Control T for all those people out there. I'm going to write a message. Hey, Gears. Yep. That's moving the entire composition. Make sure you don't move the composition, like the main frame, because it's going to be out. You can also shut this layer now because you don't need it. So select your text and then move it off to where you want it, and then make sure that the parent of the text is set to the null object, or null one in our case. So that will inherit all its motion, and yeah, it's basically, yeah, this is the parent, this is the child, and the child will always follow the parent because that's what children do, last time I checked. So now you can hit play, and you can see it's moving with, it's like bobbing up and down and moving with me, and then stopping at the end because that's where the track stops. So that's how you do motion in After Effects. So now I'm going to show rendering it, because rendering, I was a bit confused by rendering, and that's coming from me. So File, Export. You can add it to the Adobe Media Encoder queue, which for some reason I don't have installed. It opens up a separate application, and you can basically work on stuff. Like how I found the use of it is you work on stuff in either Premiere or After Effects while it's rendering in the background. You can add it to the render queue, which adds it to the internal Adobe After Effects render queue. You can export it to a Adobe Media Pro project. I haven't found use for that, or a Cinema 4D exporter. Cinema 4D is a proper 3D sort of working program. So we're just going to add it to the render queue. Output to, click here. It should probably say nothing. We're going to give this file video example. There we go. Output. Just make sure that everything is fine. Of course, we really can't. I mean, I really wouldn't mess with this. But just make sure that's at 720p. If you want to resize it, click resize, and then it gives you a bunch of predefined resolutions here. So if you wanted a 1080p, then you can do 1080p for HD video, or yeah, it just gives you a lot. All right, but we don't want to do that, so we want to keep it at 720p. May as well just change that back to 1280 by 720. But I'm still going to check that anyway. So hit OK, and then come across here and hit render. Of course, for your longer projects, it'll take a bit longer and the high resolution. So this is it. So that was it. Best 5-second video I think I've ever made, I reckon. So anyway, hope you guys found that useful. Yes. So yeah. Very nice. So, oh, and also saving. Don't forget to save, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to, whoops, I put a space in between that, to save. And then, yeah. And that's saved, so close it, and then yeah, you're done. So hope you guys found that useful. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Jesus Christ, for a second I thought I was streaming that whole thing. Why is the stream and record button next to each other?